hoping for an all-action slugfest. That hook won't score. Both men step back for just a moment. Punch, counter punch. There's a counter shot. Dmitry Bivol has already beaten Canelo once. Can he do it again here in the rematch?
It wasn't long ago these two were in the ring for their first match at light heavyweight. It was a title fight, 2022. Bivol won on points. He knew exactly what he had to do.
Failing to score with that right hook. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punching. The straight right just misses. Straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That counter punch caught him clean. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. As bad as boxing judge. There's the bell to start the round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. Caution is being thrown to the wind.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That counter punch caught him clean. Counter punching. Jab misses. Nice counter shot. Jab slightly off target. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Switching up right places, getting rhythm back, then we go again.
They ring the bell and here we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
That hook won't score. Good counter punch. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
If you're fighting the counter punches, you've got a dummy shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punches, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Beautiful counter shot. Nice exchange here from both men. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Good counter punching. They exchanged. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. That bell could not have come soon. And there's the bell to start the round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Beautiful counter punch. Missing with that right hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Catch and shoot. Both of these fighters have had their moments. It's all offense all the time.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Do you believe what we are seeing? Good counter punching. Just misses with that uppercut. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A perfect counter lands. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
You'd like to see more jabs. Throw a shot, they get countered. Just misses with the right uppercut. punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Tried to score with a jab. Big hook. Good thing it. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need. They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch, counter punch. A straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Well done with that counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? That counter punch got him clean. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Big swing and a miss with the hook. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. He threw a punch and just got countered. And he misses with that jab. Nice counter shot. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Beautiful counter shot. A perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. Punch, counter punch. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Perfect counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. punches have to hurt. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
You're not tired. You're doing so much work. Take a minute, get your breath back. Listen.
And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you're going to get some before you get in close.
He misses with that jab. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. The courage on display here is incredible.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Nice counter. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny? Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. True champion knows how to get out of trouble after they get into trouble, and that's what he's done right there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
They exchange punches. That counter shot lands. Beautiful counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he scores with the counter. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And that hook misses. Just missed with the left hand. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that in? They ring the bell, and here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's when the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close band.
And he scores with the counter. Straight right just misses. Fighters landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job. Straight right just misses.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
These counter punches have to hurt. Both of these men showing exceptional chip. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That counter shot lands. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Beautiful counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Good counter punch. How about that time counter shot? This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Catch and shoot. Caution being thrown to the wind. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Good counter punch. Talk about Bivol in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. And there's the bell to start the round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round.
Oh, Bivol now stumbling and bumbling. Is he going to go down? It looks like he might not be as hurt as we thought.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
How about that time counter shot? This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. No rest for the weary. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Nice counter. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision victory.